Bonjour, good day. Chris Ray. Africa country has made it legal for prostitution. This is what they want. They want men with money to buy the prostitute in Africa country, give it to whoever is selling them, bring them into the United States. This is a business, just like money laundering. They want to ruin the birth certificate women of the United States. Why you see some of the exploits of pimps that would like to get a sex slave for his genitalia. On Google, they have brainwashed or forced some of these genitalia women to be with something that's not of a mankind. And because they've done this, this is the Ephesians chapter 5 group who was explained to by Apostle Paul how to love themselves and their bodies and how to start praying and become spiritual married couples, because they weren't spiritual at the birth certificate year of their births, coming into their marriage paper certificate. So what they did is they tried to overtake all little kindergartners, all little toddlers, 48 and taller T, and uproot everywhere they've been with children Bibles, and then try to tell them after they get maybe 21 years of age of a 1980 year maybe, of a 1991 year maybe, of a 2001 year maybe, of a 2021 year maybe. They want to tell them they should have been with 10 verses only. They should have never prayed by themselves. It should have been like letting the Catholic priest pray for them. That's the heart of Africa country clergies who have invaded the United States with their booklets, their copyrights, their DVDs that they preached first and then put on a digital library and turn it into teaching so they can escape living what they preached. This needs to be rectified because there are crimes happening here. They've already confessed to me. They was told not to practice in public buildings, public places with public Americans. They do not know there is a chata mat. They do not know there is a cabin. They do not know that the Federal Bureau Investigating Police Department is the highest, even above the United States veterans. They think that they can do anything because the CIA blew their mind and their mind got puffed up when they said they know more than the Americans. So they're walking around with this consumed idea that Americans are Hosea chapter 4, verses 5 and 6. They're going around with the attitude that the Americans never should have been with Bibles in their household. These are Africans. Then they're telling them that she should have been with only devotionals of Christopher Yakalomi, and everybody should have waited for him to show his face in America on US TV. Because Africa country, they don't read 12th grade level. The Bible requires you read 12th grade level or higher or to the highest. They like Christopher Yakalomi to teach and read and tell them about the Bible, of his civilian lifestyle of Africa country. And he thinks the mindset of Africa country is also the United States. He needs to be corrected. Some of us have been raised by governors. We are clans. We are clan nations. We are Indians. He has invaded with his mindset. He thinks love is ejaculation only. No hygiene. Some of them have no hygiene. Some of them don't think that a glass of water is love. Some don't think a loaf of bread is love. Some don't even think hospitality is love. If you was raised up in hospitality and doing hospitality in the 1960s in the United States, in the 1970s, before this Buki Osagi came here, they've judged everybody to be like them. They think they can do whatever they want. They have their teachings of their customs, how Michael Dwayne Carter married a Nigerian girl. He paid for her as a prostitute first before they got married. They make up tons of excuses. For instance, they teaching words and false prophet words. They'll go around and say if they see someone wearing a hairpiece, that's a false prophet person, to take the focus off of them. They think Ephesians chapter 5 and 6 are the worshipers. These are the same group of people in Proverbs chapter 30. These same people in Ephesians chapter 5 and 6. They climbed over the wall. They didn't read the Old Testament. They went into the New Testament and read that verse. So they started with the instructions of Genesis, not referencing the continuation of the kindred family in the introduction of Matthew chapter 1. So these married couples in Ephesians 5, grace. Romans 6 says, shall they continue to get grace? They think they're supposed to live a long life on the earth. That is for all police officers. That's for monarch. That is for sovereignty. You got people who got married, who thought they were supposed to live a long life, and a paper certificate is not even with Genesis chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All these Ephesians 5 users. They married prostitutes, most of them. Queen Elizabeth, Prince Philip, King Philip. These are my kindred. Dawes Roe is kindred. Cousins marrying cousins. Queen Elizabeth II married her grandmother's cousin, which was Prince Philip. He's deceased today. The Nigerians' argument is nobody wants to be molested. So that's the excuse they use because they prefer prostitution in Africa country. But if you look at Genesis chapter 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10, 11, and 12, coming into Matthew's introduction before reading verse 1, and then continuing, you will see that they're all kindred, family. So therefore, you have some third, fourth, fifth, sixth, ninth, 10th, 20th cousins marrying each other because that represents Noah in the ark. Christopher Yakalomi could not come through that way because he purchased a prostitute because he was lusting in his heart. And all men who purchased a prostitute, they was lusting in their heart. So they was dragged away by the lust of their heart. So they purchased a prostitute. So therefore, now they're trying to invade Noah's family line that comes from Genesis 6, 7, and 8 chapter, all the way into Judges chapter 21, all the way into Matthew's introduction and continuing in Matthew's chapter 1. And then continues into Revelation 22 chapter, verse 21. And all of Noah is sitting in Hebrews chapter 13, verse 1. Coming into the book of James, coming into the book of Jude, and into Revelation 22 chapter. And this is in a Heritage Bible, a 1977 year Bible, a 1966 year Bible, copyrighted. So we got all these Bibles that's copyrighted that Christopher Yakalomi did not even write. And he's trying to influence other human beings to follow him. Just like Hitler, just like Jim Jones, just like Martin Luther King, just like Malcolm X. He is a fanatic, lunatic. And so are his clergies and all these married people who worship him as God. So I'm letting you know this right now because I'm a defender of Ireland, France, and British throne and faith, and America and Indian nation's country because I'm an Indian. So I got an intruder coming around here that's a sex intruder because he's into prostitution. And all prostitute pimps, they don't know nothing but how to be a sex intruder, a predator, a pedophiler, somebody who stalks and then tries to harass and solicit women. These are old men. They're sitting up in the 5, 6, 7, and 8 decades, years of their life, coming against celibacy, thinking they're supposed to live long on the earth like that, talking against celibacy, speaking inappropriate words. They teach some strange word. I don't even know the name of it. Something about titillation. I don't even know where that word came from except for a Nigeria, Africa country. So we got Christopher Yakalomi, all his prostitute women preaching titillation, preaching titty ravishing. This is what they're trying to do in the United States of America, secretively. Then they like to tell their version of they influence man. But at the end of the day, Revelation chapter 21 says, in all that influence, they are liars, speaking and telling stuff to people. So, therefore, I'm asking you to help me in our mutual interests to put people in their proper places. Thank you.